Subscribe or die!
Sir Criston Cole leads what remains of his army south from Harrenhal. Once they numbered far more. Now they are 3,600 and shrinking by the day. Prince Aemond is gone, left in the night with Vhagar without a word to anyone. There is nowhere left to march but south, toward the Reach, toward Lord Hightower's host, toward anything that might still be called safety. The column comes upon a town emptied of the living. Hundreds of Lannister dead are staged throughout it, propped at tables in the square like guests waiting to be served, laid out in beds as if only sleeping. Lions on their surcoats, helms tilted back, gauntlets folded as if resting between courses. Someone arranged them this way on purpose. Cole understands that without needing to be told. His men go quiet passing through. Some vomit. Cole does not let the column stop to bury anyone. There is no time and no ground he trusts enough to dig into. He does not know the name of the battle that made these dead, and he does not ask. He walks on. Days later, at a huddle of huts called Crossed Elms, his scouts find more of the same bodies laid along the road, rotting, no different from the last town. His men are almost numb to it by now. They walk past without slowing. The corpses rise. For one heartbeat, every man who sees it believes his own eyes, the dead, climbing back to their feet. Someone screams that it's dark magic. Others just scream and run, tripping over each other to get away from bodies that were rotting in the road a moment ago. It is not magic. It is men, wrapped in dead men's shrouds, who have been lying still among the corpses since before the column ever came into sight. By the time anyone understands that, a dozen of Cole's men are already cut down. The attackers vanish back into the trees, as quickly as they came. Cole does not sleep well after that. Every field of bodies from then on, he studies twice before he lets his men walk through it. The attacks turn small and constant. A sentry is found at dawn, throat cut so deep his head lolls loose when the body is lifted. No one heard a sound. Cole doubles the watch. It does not help. A supply wagon burns while the men guarding it sleep 20 feet away. None of them wake until the smoke chokes them. Weeks pass with no army in sight, only its edges. Horns sound all through the night now, until his men no longer know which blast means a real attack and which means nothing. They rise anyway every time and stand shivering in the dark for an enemy that never comes. By the time he stands them down, the sun is up, and there will be no sleep before the next march. A few men desert in broad daylight, walking off into the fields without a word. No one stops them. A watchman vanishes from his post without a mark of struggle. 3 nights later, he is found propped at the tree-line facing camp, eyes open, already gray with rot. Men swear they hear their own names called from beyond the firelight, in voices that sound like fathers, brothers, sons left at home. Cole tells himself it's nothing, until the night he hears his own name, faint, on wind that has no business carrying that far. Some men break and chase the voices into the dark. They are not seen again whole. Boots are found nailed to a tree the next morning, and nothing else of the man who wore them. One man tears off his armor, then his clothes, and runs naked into the tree line, screaming until the dark swallows the sound. More go the same way in the days after. Men wander camp muttering to no one, words that make no sense even to themselves. Others are simply gone by morning, bedrolls empty, no sign anyone was ever there. By the time they pass the God's Eye, the horses are gone too, eaten one by one over the weeks, down to the last of the pack animals. Perhaps 1,500 of Cole's men remain. South of the God's Eye, some of Cole's own men bring him good news at last, a path, unguarded, that will take the column clear of whatever has been hunting them. The path opens onto a wide field, and there, banners raised, stands the army that has stalked him for weeks, no longer hiding at all. Cole calls for retreat and reaches for his sword. He doesn't get the chance to draw it. One of his own men kicks him hard in the back. Cole goes down into the mud. The soldiers who led him here draw their swords not on the enemy but on him. One shouts across the field, "Here he is. Let us walk free," as agreed. No one on the other side answers. Cole picks himself out of the mud and looks at the banners properly. One block of men flies northern colors, and this one he can name, a wolf's head, gray and snarling, teeth bared, plain on white. Stark. The men beneath it are old, gray-bearded, scarred, some missing fingers or eyes. Beside them flies a second banner he doesn't know at all. A third man stands apart from both, no banner of his own, plainer dressed than either, and it's clear from how the others hold themselves around him that he commands here. "Whose banners are these?" Cole calls out. "Who leads here?" They only stare. No answer, not even a name. His face reddens. He demands it again, louder, and gets nothing back but wind moving through cloth. He drops to one knee in the mud, unasked, and swears fealty to Queen Rhaenyra, right there, the words coming fast and plain. No one answers that either. His anger boils over. He climbs back to his feet and shouts his name and titles across the field, Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, Hand of the King, daring any of them to claim they don't know him. He demands trial by combat, arrogant even now, even filthy and betrayed and standing alone. "We can begin here, the 4 of us. One of me against the 3 of you. Will that be enough to make a fight of it?" The old man beneath the wolf banner seems to weigh it. So does the younger knight beside him. The third man, the one without a banner, the one the others answer to, doesn't weigh anything at all. He turns and gives a signal. One of the northern commanders calls out, "I'll want 3 more. I'll have no songs about how brave you died, Kingmaker. There's tens of thousands dead on your account." Cole waits for a champion to step forward, still expecting his challenge to be honored. Instead, 3 men step out from the line carrying bows. Cole barely registers what he's looking at before the arrows loose together. The first buries itself low in his stomach and doubles him over where he stands. The second opens his throat before he can draw breath to cry out. The third punches through his chest and his legs go out from under him. He drops to his knees in the mud. His sword is still sheathed at his hip. He never had the chance to draw it. He falls face down in the mud. A man who commanded armies and crowned a king, betrayed by his own men, abandoned by his prince, dead face down in the mud, without ever learning the names of the men who ended him. The men who betrayed Cole for a promise of freedom are shown no more mercy than anyone else, cut apart alongside the men they sold. By the time it ends, the field is soaked red from one edge to the other, and no one wearing green is left standing. No one who survives to speak of it calls it a battle. They give it another name, the Butcher's Ball. Cole's head is taken from his shoulders and raised on a spear, carried south as proof that the Kingmaker is finished.
Subscribe or die!